I guess so, yeah.
There we go.
What's not working about it, Dave?
Right, we're live, but as we've lost the toss, I'm in. So over to the skipper to introduce the game and the teams.
Evening all. Is that Dixon and Doc Green? What's going on tonight? It is the lads' night out versus Biggins tonight. The first game of 2020. He's wobbled the central pin for no benefit. So, up for the lads tonight. We've got Newts to begin with. 0-0 to start with. I think he's feeling a little bit Christmased on the Skittles front. Then we've got Brett in position 2. Newts hits 3 pins there. Martin, Tom, Matt and myself in the anchor blank. At least the last one. I've not run down the Biggins. I've run down.
Biggins, it's Tim, Barry, Matt, Michelle, John and Nathan. Here comes Tim. Well, sorry about you having to witness that appalling. Bit miffed at the first one.
Already he's searching for change.
Oh, Tim just squeaked the kingpin there. Unfortunate to roll out. Loads of 20s. Going. Bring me up to a call. 70. I don't mind, I'll donate 70 No, the fine can go in there because it's been paid effectively. Where's the quid I gave you? Yeah, so the fine's been paid because it's gone in. Here you go.
Paid your fine.
I've paid my fine, it's in the tin.
And you're in?
I'm in and, yeah. It's a 5 from Tim. 2-point lead for the Biggins with Brett. First ball of the new year for Brett. Almost as good as mine. Second ball's looking better. Oh, it's squeaked away. Now then, can he avoid the fine? I didn't manage to. That's better, Brett. Oh, it's squeaked the other side. He looks upwards with disgust and disbelief.
The vintage start for 2020.
The big fat 0. Wow.
Records could be tumbling all over the place tonight. Is it a case of over-celebration, do we think, in the festive period?
I don't know. Was that the start you were hoping for in the new year, Skip?
I'm not saying it wasn't on. What I'm going to say is it was always on the cards, Snoots.
There's some sage nodding from around the table.
Look at you.
Some sage nodding. Oh, Barry. Barry for the Biggins picks up a big second there.
Switch Brett to position 4. Did you? Yeah, because Michelle's
Barry, creditable 6 there.
found a good piece of chalk, so I'd say, from my point of view, it started well.
The lads already 8 behind.
So is it silence? Is it skittling silence? 8 o'clock, skittling silence. He's a banter. He's like kryptonite to us.
Even the banter's gone now.
So Martin for the lads. Another fairly wayward first delivery then, cheeky 3, but none of us are bowling with smooth consistency yet. Another cheeky 3. Yeah, yeah. There's a third cheeky 3 as well.
Sufficient.
Martin showing that not all of us have gone to seed over the Christmas break.
It's fine. Brian's had a quiet Christmas up in Shropshire. He's been up in Shropshire.
Is that a rural Christmas, not in the bright lights of Wallingford? All right, Matt is up next for the big uns.
Genuine midwifery tone.
Oh, that's a great first ball. Lovely.
Genuine, no longer is by a lot.
Cleared out the right hand as you look at it, our left. Oh. I thought from this angle he'd overcooked that, but he's cleared out the rear here. This is on. Final ball for Matt. Has he got it? Oh, that's very unlucky. Well-deserved round of applause from both teams there for Matt. Very strong 8. Lads night out, looking at a 10-pin deficit, 19 to the big uns, 9 to the lads. Now, the back 3, Tom Morgan strides confidently up to the ball box.
He keeps himself tidy and shape, doesn't he? Or even through the Christmas period.
He's looking trim.
Not an ounce added to the Morgan mass.
No.
I think.
He's looking trim. He's looking match fit, it has to be said.
I'm going to say unfortunately.
Well, there's a confidence.
I mean, I don't know it off the top of my brain. I think it is. It might be a teenage number. It's another one.
Well, that's unbelievable.
I mean, it's a good question now. What is our lowest level?
It's up at 50, I'm afraid. More disbelief.
I just don't. It's not one. I know a lot of the stats, but lowest leg, no. We've got to go for a curry.
Michelle now for the big uns, looking to capitalise on our errors.
Michelle, you don't want to copy what Tom and Brett did.
I just said I'm under pressure. I don't
It's all right, we haven't. There we go. There we go. Whee! Right, and now, final ball for Michelle. How's it looking? Just missed. Just missed. Single point. That now means the pin deficit is 11. The lads 11 behind.
Yeah, I mean, I reckon our lowest leg is probably about.
Matt Wright now for the lads. Addresses the alley. Broad of shoulder, baggy of trouser. Well, 3 per ball is what we're all aiming at. Oh, that was a little unlucky not to take another at least as it whizzed through. On your right is really where he should be aiming. She is. Has he got the angle? Oh, that's... Oh, it's wobbling, it's wobbling, it's wobbling. No. 6 scored by Matt. He's joint highest scorer with Martin.
Leg is this season. I'll have to actually. I've been chastised this week about my inability
So.
to update the sheet here at the club because they're a bit aged.
John now for big uns, looking to punish us for our poor performance. He might be a bit disappointed with that start. What can he pull out with the second delivery? Oh, bit of a follow through, but he was hoping for more. Final ball. That was good, so he's pulled a 6 out of there. I think he'd be happy with that final pick up there. Matt looked like he might have taken some out of it, but no, John's best equalled him there. Still 11 behind. It's 26 to the big uns, 15 pins to lads night out. Skipper Allen in his customary anchor position. Leading from the front. That's a lovely hit. Now, what can he do with this grouping? Oh, that's a superb finish. 8 scored. So our pin total is only 23. We've already lost as they're already on 26. So Nathan doesn't even have to bowl, but got to think of his personal averages in the league, of course. Whippy right arm delivers that ball at a hell of a pace. Fortunately found the gap. Oh, and he found it again. He's our disease catching. He's under no pressure, but maybe that's not a good thing. There, he found the kingpin and drove it through. There was a fair amount of aggression behind that shot. 4 scored in the end. He'll be disappointed with that, I think. Perhaps it was the lack of requiring to do anything that he didn't like. But 30 pins scored, a good leg for the big uns. They take the first leg and 2 points.
I mean, we lost like plenty. 7.
Big uns with the honour in the second leg. Tim at their number 1 position. His Walkman. That seemed to slip out of his hand there. Yeah, he's found the gap. Second ball for Tim. Again, seemed to drop out the hand, and it's found the gap again. There's been a lot of that this evening.
Just magic. Magic.
Fairy dust. Oh, that was very unlucky. It was a final lovely delivery, beautiful strike on the kingpin, and only took 3. He'll be disappointed. Right, let me see if I can redeem myself a little bit.
Yeah, it's been ugly scenes so far, isn't it?
A true friend tells you what he's going to do first,
Listen. Oh, there we go. That's a nice little, just bent in at the last, didn't it? I was thinking about missing. Oh dear. It's just a real big. We're no longer skittling in silence. It's not helping Simon. It's very even up the top there, it's very even.
Well, I avoided the fine, if nothing else. So, yes. Five pins for me there against Tim's 3. But then Tim took 5 to my 3 in the first. So as the guys were saying, we're trading equal blows, Tim and I. So what can Barry do? Number 2 position. Another gap found again.
This is actually Gary's 50th birthday playlist.
It's a better second shot. Now there is a good angle here on the kingpin for a clearance. Will the netwear weighting him down? Oh, that was unlucky. He gets a well-deserved ripple because the execution was all there. It just didn't quite have the perfect angle, but. So, what can Brett do? He's coming off a big fat 0. He took a big strode into the alley, though. He wasn't being shy with it. He's determined to show us what he can really do. Here's the first ball. Found the gap. But he's got a sighter now. He knows he just needs to go a little bit to the right. Just a little bit. That's looking beautiful from here. Didn't quite take that rear pin as a bonus. He's left the W split. Now, which way is he going to go? He's gone right for the middle. Oh, has he got the angle? Oh, again, unlucky not to take one or two more with him, but that's a good pullback from a 0. Well played, Brett. Solid 5. 1 pin lead now after 2 have thrown for Lads Night Out. 10 pins to their 9. Next up for the big uns, it's Matt, coming off that excellent 8 in the first leg. He's looking quietly confident.
Who's driving?
Yes, please, Brett, thank you. Right down the middle, bit of a sledgehammer. It's cleared out a big lane. That's a worry for some, that giant gap, but what can Matt do with the second ball? Oh, he's pulled it slightly again. Psychologically, it's always difficult not to avoid that reaction when you've got a big centre gap. Just changed his position on the alley now. And he's taken 1 there with his third ball. So he'll be disappointed coming off that 8 to only chalk up half of that with this go 4. So as it stands, they're 3 ahead. We have Martin in hand to throw. Now then. First ball for the left-hander Martin. Beautiful strike on the kingpin. Yeah, this straight centre pin onto the back limits your options for the angle. It's what's he going to sort of decide to do? He's going to try and hit the angle again. Here he goes. Has he got it? Oh, just enough to tip the back one out. A solid 7. Improved on his previous leg by 1, which is always what we like to see. Gives us a healthy lead now. 17 pins to the Lads Night Out. 13 to the big uns after the first 3 have thrown. Michelle, next up for the big uns. She's coming off a 1 in her first leg. Looking to build on that. That's a better throw. Oh, it's unlucky not to take a third. Still, she's doubled her first leg score, so she'll be pleased. See if she can build on that with ball number 2. That's looking... Oh, that was... As it left her hand, we've got a commentary position directly behind the bowlers here. As it left her hand, it was absolutely dead straight, and about 2/3 down the alley started to veer away. And she's pulled that. She's going to get a consolation one. No, it whistles past. Doubled her score. As she herself said, doubled the score. Thank you, Brett. 15. And we have an advantage of 2 pins plus whatever Tom can do. Tom looking obviously to redeem himself. That's a better first ball. Now there's some angles to work on here for the right-hander Tom. Oh, that is unlucky. Failed to pick one up on the initial strike and then with the ball follow through, but can he get something out of this one? Yes, he certainly can. That was a really good pick up there. Went from 0 to hero. 8 scored. Takes the Lads to 25. A 10-pin cushion. The shoe is on the other skittling foot.
Is it like a bowling shoe, that shoe? That's my question.
I imagine more of a
Seen
clog.
any official skipping footwear? Official Skittles uniform?
Clogs. Surely clogs would be the... Or just a leather thong. In the footwear sense, not in the...
Yeah. Literally, that'd be it.
You mean wooden?
Wooden clogs or hobnail boots. Hobnail boots. Perhaps it's a ripe area for research and publication of an illustrated book.
I can imagine Sutton Publishing or Shire doing a guide to that, can't you, Alan? That's insider's knowledge. $5.99 on a spinner in your local museum.
Well played, John, there. Very consistent. Another 6 from John.
Robin House definitely have told it to you.
Now then, Matt Wright coming off a 6.
Thank you for your kind courtesies.
He'd want to build on that because maybe have a little tussle with his good friend Martin, who scored a 6 and then a 7. Matt coming off a 6 himself. What can he do now with the second ball to build on this? Ooh, now then. There's an angle here, but he's got to hit it just right. Oh, and it looked like he had all the way. But he did indeed steal a march on his friend there by getting an 8. That's excellent. 33 pins scored already to 21 for the big uns, and we've still got the final player from each team. Nathan, disappointed with that 4 in the first leg. Doesn't looking happy about that too either. Oh, he grounded the ball early in the delivery there. Knocked him, and he's done it again with better effect this time. We might do better now. Michelle's turned the lights on.
Alan, do your trick shots, Alan.
Didn't notice.
Skittles.
Morgan was here first, just saying. Right, Alan, coming off that. Excellent 8 in the first. What can he do now? Lovely shot on the king. Unlucky only to collect 3, actually. It was accurate delivery from the left-handed captain. He's going to stay over this side of the alley. Work on that grouping. Oh, now. I think he's got to stay this side, surely, the radiator end. And he does, but has he pulled that? He has. Oh dear. Four pins, but 37, solid win for the lads. It's the beer leg next. I'll leave you with Alan to explain how the beer leg works.
Same as it works every week. No change. No change for 2020.
3 new followers since the last game.
Oh really? I find this exciting and yet surprising. Well, the beer leg works like this. Whoever gets the highest score in the beer leg is bought a beer by their opponent. Half a pint or equivalent drink, please. No pints, unless you're feeling exceptionally generous. And should there be a draw, the beer leg rolls over to the next leg, and so on. Pretty straightforward. Newton currently at 5. Not really. I think you really want a 6+ for your beer leg, otherwise you're feeling the pressure, I'd say. Let's see what we can do. Oh, the Kingo. Oh, I thought that was it.
Still been too fine if it hit, to be honest. Oh well. Starting to build some mediocre consistency with another 5 there. Now then.
It's the only fine in that second.
Tim and I on equal pins before the beer leg. Is he going to match my 5 and roll it over to the next round, or is Tim going to take me to the bar? I didn't mean that. Am I going to have to go to the bar for Tim? Oh, now wayward. Cheeky 3. Now then. Big gap, right. Oh, he's dropped that early again, but he's got the angle. Yes, he's taken it. He's taken it. I'll leave you in the hands of Matt now to talk us through the next.
I've been past the mantle here as Simon's going to go and buy his competitor a beer. I lost the beer leg by 2 Skittles. So Brett's up next. Just one final swig of the guest ale, Brett.
What's he had so far on the old Brett cocktail of the evening? A San Miguel followed by a guest.
A guest.
What's up next? Followed by... Why does he just get it all mixed in a big jug at the start? I don't know, that's what's happening inside.
You do a pint of the shorts.
I'll be done with it.
Come on, Brett, we want a good one here. Oh, bad luck, Brett. Just missed there to the left. To our left. That's looking good. Yeah, it's no. Oh, got a 3.
Dreadfully unlucky there.
That's a bit of a. Where would you aim now if you were
Well, I had something not dissimilar, and I did go for one of these.
released? Oh, hit a little bobble. Yeah, okay. All grist to the mill. Another 4 on the board. We'll have to wait and see what Barry does now.
Good enough to win a beer leg, but we'll wait and see.
I'm quite enjoying the ambient kind of 90s lounge music Andy Hayes has put on.
It's very much what Gary Cooper's 50th was like.
It reminds you of Discs Vogue in the Zodiac in Oxford.
Yeah, well, it was backstage at Rivers
there
in
from
1993.
Yeah.
So it was in Gary's
I
pants
actually
as he
blame
laid down
Gary.
some massively fat beats.
I actually blame Gary for getting me into dance music because I got taken to the Rivers nightclub, an under 18s night when I was about 16 with Youth Club, and it turned out Gary was more than likely DJing. There we go. Barry took the beer there by 1 pin.
Feel like you missed the last behind you, aren't we? We're three shots behind.
Down Dave's passage or somewhere.
Yes, we are. Yeah. And we're just waiting for Martin. Just waiting for Martin. Here he comes. It's kind of. Yeah. He's got a lovely languid left arm action, hasn't he, Martin? 2 with the first shot. Oh. I'm not actually saying very much. Oh dear.
It's not radio. You can see what's going on. You just need to enhance.
He has got a bit of work to do here, Martin.
Don't forget, you're always welcome to interviews.
He's just looking like a 3. Tricky.
We're back in the first leg again, aren't we, here with the scores so far?
Yeah, I thought we picked up a bit in the second leg, but it looks like we've taken a bit of a backward step.
Does that mean I'm up for a 2 next game?
No, you get a 10 or you're not coming back here at all. I'm going to pass you back to my esteemed colleague Simon now to carry on the commentary. Back to you, Simon.
Thank you. The dulcet tones there of Matthew Wright.
I'm going to be in the same position as leg one here, a million miles away.
Oh, Matt nearly took them all out there.
Yeah. Is there anything else in your iPod?
Not if it's Gary's 50th playlist. We should explain there is a jukebox here at the ABM Skittles Club at the Heathercroft, but it's out of action. So someone's found a portable PA that has a USB or Bluetooth connection, and the only kind of playlist that anyone's got on their phone is from a friend's 50th birthday, who's a bit of a Kylie fan. So apologise if you're going to hear a lot of Kylie in the background. Not up to our usual classic rock standards, I don't think. The skipper's gone to find the advance button. Now then, Tom just skipped off the kingpin. He's taken 3 though. Tom coming off a strong 8. Oh, now then, he's got to go surely to the right as you look at it, to bowler's left. And indeed, it looks like he's adjusting himself. There we go. Yeah, nearly scooted it across. That's a hard fought, hard 1-6 there from Tom. Oh, it's going to step up and chalk him up well. So, how are we doing there? 18 pins, lads' night out. 20 currently for the big uns, plus whatever Michelle can add to that total. That's a great 4. Punishing us now, and she's thirsty. She wants to take a beer off Tom to punish him for his cockiness at thinking he could take her out on the beer leg. She's reminding him of that early 0. Now then, she just needs 1 for the rollover. Oh, she's pulled it. That is a shame. Takes it. I'm liking the optimism from the squad behind. Yes. That's why I looked at you with a raised eyebrow. 7 behind, so if Matt is going to do something about that, it's going to have to be a big one. Not the ideal start, it has to be said. Oh, and if the first one wasn't ideal, the second one was a shocker. Now then. Too little, too late. 4, a fine, twice possibly. Right. John, one of the most consistent players of the evening. 2 6s he scored in his first 2 legs. Little loose here. He only needs 5 to take the beer off Matt. Oh, now. And speaking of pressure balls here, has he done it? No. He has let Matt off very lightly. Wow. Matt had written off his chances there with a 4, but unfortunately for John.
Not even looking.
So, Alan the skipper. Lovely 8 in the first, disappointing 4 in the second. Another chance for redemption. Just 2. He's swapped from the radiator end. Right choice for the left-hander. Oh, very fine cut on the kingpin there. Now it's not a great angle to work with. He's a lefty, so he preferred to stay this side. Has he done enough to cut it? Oh, almost. Almost. Well thought through though. Well thought through. 6 scored. Takes the pin total for the lads' night out to 28. Which basically ties the game, but unfortunately Nathan for Biggins has to now have a go. So unless he gets nothing, we've lost the leg. And there it is. So that's now sorted. Now it's about scoring 7 and taking a beer off Alan. Oh, we fired that down with such power. It Skittles zipped across the alley and took out 2 on its way. He scored 6 in the end, rolled over a decisive victory in terms of the game, but he's rolled over his beer leg.
Feeling a touch fortunate to roll it over in some ways, although I thought I was a little bit hard done by for the.
No, I agree. I think that you know you worked. I think you worked well with your handedness and the angles that you were dealt there to best effect.
I was disappointed to not get for them not to, you know, the alley not to gift me 1 or 2 more pins from my.
So
Especially for the last ball.
4th leg now. Tim with the honour from the Biggins. It's a good-looking first ball.
Shot.
It's a very good first ball.
He's put the marker down.
He certainly has.
It's in there with the
I
first.
don't like the look of his marker. Now then, no, he's
Just missed it.
it's a slightly again an early release. It's I mean it worked from the first ball, not so well the second. Another 7, but all with 1 ball. It's another 7 score, but this time only with the 1 ball required.
Is it time for you to perhaps step it up in this game, Simon? Would you say?
It's I'm not the only one though, am I, Alan?
I mean, in terms of what our expectations would be for players playing today.
We've all had a long winter layoff.
Well, yeah, maybe. It's supposed to revive and refresh. Hansel's probably champing at the bit with his performance, isn't it? I'm not really. I like to just talk away from the mic. Oh, there we go. Nice first shot there. Lovely stuff.
Started well and still got the kingpin.
Yeah, he has. He's got. Let's see. I mean, he's due a decent triumvirate of balls.
Yeah.
Throwing it a little bit there, he's going to be disappointed. Didn't feel fully comfortable with that, I think.
Not fully committed to the shot though.
Yeah. He's got to his 5. He's
He's in his comfort zone now.
he doesn't. Like, he's abandoned the rad here.
Don't
Let's
see it
see.
very often.
Yeah. And he.
That's fine.
Yeah. He doesn't like it over there.
Never like it over there. Never like it over there. Well, another 5. The most consistent player on the team. I don't think there is another one in it. You can try that one if you like, see if it's any better than yours, but it's a little bit, it's going a bit fizzy. Well, try that one.
Have you just put a half guess in yours?
No.
Okay. Maybe you do.
Yeah. Sorry about that, we were just sorting out the very important rehydration isotonic fluids that we take as a...
Sports, like John Barnes used to advertise.
We take our skittling very seriously. Right, Barry for the big uns.
After his release.
Found the gap, that's unlucky. I do wonder if Barry's action just being a little bit impeded by the heavy knitwear. Quite heavy shouldered. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, Alan did. We didn't know the knitwear came off.
The hands are really warm.
Yeah. It's not cold out there. It's quite mild for the time of year.
The Rhinos, you see.
Well, let's see.
With the old hand circulation.
Right, here comes Brett.
There's
There we go. 3 per ball. Brett looking to He's looking to re-achieve the dizzying heights of leg 2, where he scored a 5. Oh, he's pulled it. Now then. Just to the left of the king, surely, just to get that little... He's gone right. Never mind, Brett. 3 scored this time. I was about to do him a disservice to say that was his worst score of the evening, but of course he got a 0 in the first.
Yeah.
I hadn't.
12. Work to do for Brett.
What?
I think last time out he did hit 21 pins.
He did hit over 20, didn't he? He's got a long way to go to hit 20 tonight.
It has. You just the barman. I mean, I freely admit it's not providing a lot of entertainment what we're chucking down the alley, is it? Maybe you need to mind stuff.
That may be because we don't have a supportive home team crowd, so a home crowd for the team.
I think we're always more comfortable as the away team anyway.
I think we're always more comfortable at bloody 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I think that's definitely true.
Right, back to the action. Matt for the big uns. Ooh, wild swing on that one. That was all over the place. Again, he's yo-yoing. Matt has scored an 8, a 4, another 8, and now a 1. It's possibly the most inconsistent performance of the evening.
To a position of
Now, Martin looking very strong, legs 1 and 2, had a bit of a collapse down to a 3 in the beer leg. What can he pull out for leg 4?
see that away, that ball first.
Just a 2. The angle's kind as the left-hander. No, he's that's lovely. Now then, does he risk the extra fine cut for the fly across? He looks.
That's sense, isn't it? I mean,
He's gone for the cut. Oh, he did go for it. Good lad. 6 scored. Better from Martin. Right. So, pin totals after 3 have thrown. It's 14. Lads not out. 12 to the big uns.
versus Michelle, I think this would have been a good matchup.
Now then, Michelle. She's had a story of her evening is one of ascent. A 1, a 2 and a 5. We're looking for a minimum 6 out of her 4th leg, and she's got 4 of those already. Nicely grouped as well, the skills. Now, that's looking like a lovely shot. Oh!
Deserved one more. Deserved it, mate. That's not fair.
Now then. She's got the 6, which is an excellent result. Can she pull another one out? She might get 2 here. Yeah! A well-deserved round of applause for Michelle. What a tale there. 1 in the first leg, 2 in the second, 5 in the third, 8 in the fourth. Now, she's put Big Uns 6 pins ahead, which means Tom has a lot of work to do here. I think it's a little bit out of your key. You want to just tell the band to... It used to be a regular of yours on the jukebox.
Yeah, I mean...
Nah. Now then. Tom needs to pull something out.
Skittles!
Unless you hear, quick, is it Skittles? We've got an hour. Oh. They're all quite close, just not close enough.
Is it too late?
I think it's too little, too late.
Snack-wise.
But then again, it's quite early.
Yeah, I mean, we're just confused by
We
the
are.
time, aren't we?
Yeah.
8 o'clock. That's all right. It's just unlucky that first.
Right, John for the Big Uns. Having been their most consistent player with 2 6s, he then crumbled in the beer leg with a 3. They have a 1-pin lead currently. Oh, he's not. He's failing to capitalise. Like, he needs a big final shot here to not throw away their advantage. He's pulled that. Just the 1. That's a total of only 2 pins scored. He's collapsing. It means that we've got away with quite a lot there, as we've only got a 3-pin deficit with Matt still to throw.
Yeah, he is bad on the central one. The absolute centre pin is rarely where you want it to go. That was a nice shot.
I think that was a statement shot, that one, wasn't it?
I mean, it's just lovely. That's just a lovely shot.
Get this. Here we go.
Oh, he's got to go for it again. Got to go for it again. He has. Oh, fair play. That's all you could do. That's exactly the right shot. That was really unlucky. He's taken a 6. Giving the lads a 3-pin lead. Now, Nathan. Now this is a rollover beer leg, as he drew his with Alan from Lads Not Out, 6 each. Found the gap again. They're 3 pins behind, and that wasn't the start he wanted. Okay, he's cleared out the middle. 4. Oh, again, a bit of an early release into the alley. 5 scored. He will again be disappointed with that. 27. The skipper needs 2 for the draw, 3 for the win, but more importantly, 6 for the beer leg. Six for the beer. Everything else is secondary. Lovely first ball. 4 scored, giving himself a little bit of a snaky lie there, but oh, that was the right shot, just a whisker away. Now is he going to change, or is he going to stay with it? He's still sticking on that side of the alley. Giving it another go. He's got it, but just the one. It's 5 scored, 30 pins, takes the leg by 3 pins, but it's a double rollover. Right, final leg, here we go. A little bit of skittle fettling by the captain there. Hand you back to Tom to discuss how the evening's been going with him so far.
Well, it's been a bit of a mixed evening for everyone so far. It's 2 teams, I suppose, struggling with form currently. Would you say, man?
As I said just now, it's like we're playing a Division 2 game.
Oh, actually, we got some updated breaking news here from Alan.
Yeah, the marker's in the right place. It's just Albert is consistently putting it like
I said so.
half an inch out.
So, for those that weren't listening earlier, what's been happening is the middle pin has been slightly off centre, and the consensus view was that the marker must be in the wrong place. However, Alan has now discovered that
It's just Hansel. And
it's just
and
Albert.
Lackadaisical
yeah.
16-year-old ways, basically.
Well,
Pretty shocking.
it's been the same for everyone, I suppose, but nevertheless, it's been.
I've put doubt in his mind now, so I don't know how he's going to deal with it.
Oh, well done, Simon.
5.
Got 5. And that note, I'll pass you back to Mr. Newton himself, who's been quite consistent with 5s all evening.
Thank you, Tom. Another 5.
23 is
That's
what you got
probably what I got last time. Yeah, 23. That's 5. Ironically, that's about 5 below my average, which is the story of this evening. A 3 and 4 5s.
Let's see if it's exactly the same pattern. He hates the fine. It's been a couple of days.
Wow. What can Tim do? Cheeky 2. A cheeky 1.
Same score. 4, 4, 5, 4, 6. Fines.
Oh, Tim has pulled it. Just this, yeah. Just. Excuse me, just a 2 scored there. Tim takes it from me by just the 1. He's scored 24 in total. Took a 2 in that last leg, which does give us a little bit of a cushion for Brett to build on. Brett coming off a 0, a 5, a 4, a 3. Big finish required. It's not the start he would have wanted, Alan.
I mean, I don't know what he wants.
He wants to go right this time, but not all the way right. He hasn't. Yes. Now, all he needs to do now is hit the kingpin at the perfect angle, and it's game on. There'll be a bonus 1 there. A mighty 4. Nine pins the total for the lads after 2. 16 is Brett's individual total for the match.
Touch under his average, but not much.
Barry now for the big uns. He has refused to remove the knitwear all evening.
Man's got his pride.
He needs 7 for pin parity, and that's a very good first ball. 5 pins remaining. Good angle. He's looking for that kingpin strike. Oh, now then. He did almost have another one, and this does leave one of the more difficult shots in Skittles, the dead straight. No, unlucky. That is unlucky.
It's all square.
He's hit the 7 that he needed to take it all square, so Martin set the target. It's all square, set the target. Martin 6 and a 7 in the first 2 legs, a poor beer leg with a 3, but then he bounced back with another 6. What can he do in the final leg? It's a couple to start. There's that big gap there now. As I mentioned before, psychologically can sometimes be a tricky thing to deal with. But he hasn't fallen for that trap. He's taken another 2 out. This isn't an ideal lie for getting a large number of the remaining pins. There's certainly 2, and you'd hope for a 3 in here. Let's see what he can do as a lefty. He's pulled that. Has he done enough? He's taken 2. That's probably the best we could expect there. Well played, Martin. Takes another 6 out. Takes the lads' pin total to 15 in this final leg. Of course, what I neglected to tell you last time was that we're all even. It's 2 legs apiece. Unless there's a draw, someone's going to take away 6 points from this and someone only 4. Matt now, coming off that yo-yo 8-4, 8-1. First shot a little wayward. Can he find that 8 scoring form from the first and third legs? Better delivery, a little straight again. There's very little angle for him to work with here, so let's see what he can do with his final ball. Nope, those big gaps again, very enticing. Only 3 scored, 24. A 24 with 2 8s is a fairly unusual scorecard.
It's a pretty ropey old scorecard, let's be honest.
12 pins to the big uns. 15 to the lads' night out after the first 3 have thrown. Here's Tom Morgan looking to further redeem himself from his initial 0 score tonight. That was very unlucky. We're not sure why only 2 fell over, given the superb form he's shown. But again, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that shot. Just it's sometimes the way that the ball and the Skittles fall are not kind. Let's see. Has he pulled that? Oh, unlucky, 2 straight. He ends with a 5. That's a 24. And 24 card with a 0 in it is not bad going. Plenty of people get a 24 having scored pins in all 5. So 20 pins to the lads, 12 to Biggins, plus whatever Michelle can add to that target. She's coming off her superb 8. Well, look at the trajectory in her scores. 1, 2, 5 and 8. She's more than doubled.
Looking good. Oh, it's a good shot.
It's a lovely shot. Lovely shot. Nice looking second ball. Is it going to curl? Is it going to curl? Take an extra 1. Now then. If she goes to your left of the kingpin. Now it's looking good. That's looking very good. What a great finish from Michelle. 5-8-7 finish after a 1 and a 2 is a brilliant result, and she pulls back to only 1 pin behind after 4 have thrown for each team. 23 is Michelle's score.
Yeah. Actually, I think we should be.
All right, here comes Matt. Coming off a 6, an 8, a 4 and a 6. We have a 1 pin advantage. What can he do with it? A solid kingpin hit. That's beautiful. Now he just needs to repeat that, but from the opposite side of the alley. A bit more difficult for the right-hander. Can he do it? Constellation 1. That's a fantastic 8. Well played. 6-8-4, 6-8. This has a nice ring to it there, man.
Could have been better, I think, but you know, I'm pleased with 32.
Top score by some margin so far. Nine pins is the advantage to Lads Night Out with John to throw. The 5th player for Biggins. Yeah, he's been. I think he'll be very disappointed with his performance from leg 3 onwards. Again, it's just not falling well for him this evening. There we go. He hit a 6. Back to his first couple of rounds form. That's a nice way to finish when you've had a below par couple of legs. So, 3 pins is the Lads Night Out advantage, plus whatever Alan can put on the scoreboard to pressure them. Nathan will have to hit the target that Alan sets. Disappointing. It's great delivery, lovely angle, just didn't follow through for him. That's better, straight across. It'd be nice to get a bonus of 1. I don't think the 2 is not on here, but let's have a look. No, never mind. Solid 7. .30 scored for Alan. 35. Best leg of the night for the lads. Nathan requires 10 to get a draw, and it will then be a drawn game. 11 more for the win. It's going to take a very special shot indeed to clear all of these with 1 hit. And that's it. That's game over. 6 points to 4 victory for Lads Night Out. Lovely 6 to finish from Nathan, but in the end, the lads 3 legs to 2, 6-4 scored. What a great game. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again for more live Skittles from Wallingford in the not too distant future. Until next time, good night.